going on, everybody? It's Weather with Jonathan here, back again with another weather forecast. And things have been very active over the past few days, so we need to start talking about the future. So let's jump right into that. Let's first start talking about what's happening currently. And you can see right now, this is on the HRRR model. You can see multiple storms up and down our cold front all the way from southern Texas to southern Wisconsin. And this is where we have a tornado threat, damaging wind threat, and very large hail threat. Now, this is 5 p.m., okay? It's 5 p.m. today. We have storms all the way down in Texas. They're going to be very large hail producers, maybe a possible very brief weak spin up tornado producer, but it does not really seem likely for tornadoes down there. And there's are also going to be damaging wind producers. Now, watch these storms kind of congeal into more of a little more of a linear mode of storms, I'd say, around 7 p.m. And then, look, as we head on into the future, it's just a big old bag of heavy rain and wind. So you guys are going to be getting some big time thunderstorms, wind, and rain. So that's what's going to be happening tonight. Now you can see the squall line move into the Houston metro area and the Orange, Texas metro area. This is tomorrow in the morning. We only have a marginal threat of severe weather. We did have a slight, but it's just for the early morning hours mainly. Now, listen, we could have some on and off rain showers back there, and maybe even some isolated storms back there later in the nighttime hours, but it's not a really big threat to worry about. And that, guess what? We need to start talking about the future. So let's jump right into that. You can see we have all that dew points because of our current storm. Storms are going to obviously interact with that. Now watch this new system. Tuesday, April 25th, can see this one storm that's over Texas, and it's gonna have a pretty strong low pressure center. And you know what happens east of that? You're gonna get severe weather if you got a lot of moisture, and that's exactly what's happening. Tuesday, April 25th. This is 5 p.m. This is where we're gonna have most of the storms start to develop. Now, right now, our substantial severe weather threat is right here. And listen, our main severe weather hazards right now are large hail and damaging winds. We do not have a lot of low level shear or really a lot of shear in general at all. So we're not really going to have a big tornado threat for you guys so far in central Texas. So listen, the weather models are going to change a lot, but listen, from what we're seeing, this is what's happening right now. So this is just an early heads up. And you know what's also an early heads up? The Storm Prediction Center's latest SPC Day 6 outlook. Look, we have a slight risk for Tuesday, April 26th, or sorry, 25th. And this is going to be mainly a damaging wind and hail threat, like I said, but a very isolated, weak to brief tornado is um, definitely in its possibility across much of central Texas. It's going to be ranging from southern Texas ish all the way back through northern Texas. So we already have a day 6 outlook. That's when you know we're going to get something. So you guys need to pay attention to that if you live in that area. But also, just a little quick flashback. Also, today we do have a slight risk. We have some very, very large hail possible, damaging winds, and an isolated tornado possible. And then also, just the same for Saturday, April 22nd, where we have that slight risk, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. So we also do have a tiny little marginal risk in place. Yes, we have a marginal risk in place down there in southern Texas. So now we also kind of want to start focusing on our big, big warm up across the US. And guess what? Look, you know what I was talking about in terms of big warm weather? Well, look at this. Look at this. You guys are all getting bright, sunny weather on the more eastern part of the US. Now, listen, some of you guys are still getting rain, but most of you guys, for much of the Appalachian regions, you guys are getting some very warm weather, and actually near Washington D.C. look at this. We have 90-degree temperatures. So that is very warm, and that is actually some blistering heat up and down the coast of the Atlantic regions. And as we head on into the future, you're going to start noticing something. That storm is going to start leading to fairly warmer weather for the West Coast on Sunday. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to over here because look what happens with our weather pattern. So you guys are like, oh yeah, the West Coast is just going to keep getting cold weather. Well, you're not exactly right. Because watch this. You see? Big warm up, 70-degree temperatures up and down, West Coast. And then this is what's really a relief for the people of the West Coast. Look, widespread 70s and 80-degree temperatures for much of the West Coast and even in the 60s in the Sierras in some places. So that is going to help to melt a lot of the snow. That now the bad part about that is that is probably going to result in some mudslides, and that's not good. But look, just a look into the future. Now it's like widespread 80 degrees, potentially 90 to 100 degrees in Southern California and Southern Arizona. And we're going to be basically having a heat wave in the West Coast. I mean, look at this. Look, this is Friday, April 28th. Look at that. 100 degrees in Southern California and 80 degrees in Portland, Oregon, Seattle, and it's almost 90 degrees in Fresno, California. So this heat is going to stick around for a while until about May. But listen, it will still be warm in May, but it's going to start shifting. That warm bubble is just really going to start shifting eastward into much of the central U.S. and the eastern U.S. And unfortunately, this is going to promote a lot of storms to come through and fire off the severe weather. So, unfortunately, I do think May is going to be a big active month for severe weather and tornadoes. So we gotta just keep that in mind. So thank you guys for coming and watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for all the support. I've been getting a lot more views and I've been doing a lot better. So listen, thank you guys. Listen, I still don't get that much views, but I'm still appreciative of it. So thank you guys a lot for that. I really appreciate it. And yeah, so I'll see you in my next video.